All right, guys, we're doing things a little bit different today. Today, we're going over the first IT paycheck that I got in my very first IT job at Disney. Going to be fully transparent today. I think it's really important for people that are trying to get into the field to know what they really expect when it comes compensation wise, kind of a little bit of my thoughts along the journey and along the process of getting into this field because I had no experience at all, no prior experience. I'm a college dropout. I was a former FedEx driver, an injured FedEx driver. That's why I was trying to get into IT. I got into IT pretty quickly. I was following someone else's path, one of my friends, and I was able to do it quickly, efficiently, and I got the proof right here. So let's get into it. My nose is really, really itchy. So sorry about that. Let's not get into my nose. Let's get into the pay, right? So immediately that you guys are going to see up in the top left, that's Tech, right? That is the contracting company that hired me to work at Disney, right? So when Disney's not going to give you a full-time offer, they'll go through tech consulting companies. They'll fill the role and they'll pay you right there. You guys can see regular pay, $20 an hour. That is how much I was making. We're not gonna make you wait all video like some of the other YouTubers. Will get right into it. I hope that didn't make any noise on the mic. I just got a new mic, so I hope it sounds good for you guys. But yeah, so my first position at Walt Disney World as an application analyst. Keep in mind, guys, it's an IT job. I thought it was going to be a help desk position. It was nothing like that. I was like they called me the face of the IT department. And we'll get into that a little bit more in the video. But let's hop into just kind of what we're making right here. There's not much to really go over in regards to this, but we can break it down. So you guys can see my year-to-date earnings are $28.81, and that's because I did say this is my first real check. The first check that I had gotten before this was not a full 2-week check, right? You guys can see $20 an hour, 80 hours. I was making $1,600 after 2 weeks. I've been in IT for a year and a half now, guys. And that specific job, I got that a year and a half ago. 6 months ago, I was able to get into a cybersecurity tech support type role, actually getting a 5-figure yearly raise from where I'm at in this job right here. So would go over that information, but I'm currently in the job. Like I said, I don't want to mess anything up. So we can go over old stuff. I think this is really, really good, right? So you go right up into there and you've got Tech, right? Tech LLC, regular pay, $20 an hour. As you guys can see, the pay begin date was back in 2023. What's that, September? Yeah, I think that's September. And this is my second paycheck, first real IT paycheck. As you guys can see, after take home, we're bringing a $13.58. I was living at home with my mom, guys, injured from FedEx, right? And essentially what I'm doing is 7 months of workers' comp. This is the second injury I had. Got a surgery. I could show you guys the scar. Doctor said I could never do manual labor ever again in my life. I had to leave FedEx, and otherwise my arm would get really, really messed up, especially if I got hurt again. So I followed my friend's path. He had taken a course, and it's in all my videos I always mention course careers, this specific course. This completely changed my life, guys, because I was super injured, and my friend had taken this course. He had gotten a job making like 60K. I was making 40K right here, guys. So I'm expecting anything between 40 to 60K, but I just knew that I wanted to get my foot in the door. But him getting something at 60K so quickly, it just really pushed me. And so I did the course, and I was taking the course, studying 4 to 8 hours a day for 2.5 weeks, just really locking in, just really grinding. My girlfriend was living with me. We're living at home with my mom, right? She's finishing school, and I met her, by her college, right? I'm still living at home with my mom. I'm 26 years old. I'm injured, an injured FedEx driver. So when she would wake up to go to work, I would wake up and study this course careers program. completed the program in 2.5 weeks, had the tech portfolio. I made my tech portfolio. I got the course career certification, made the cover letter. They helped me, figure out how to use LinkedIn. We did IT projects. I got hands-on experience. It was crazy, everything that I was able to build. The confidence, taking the program, that after 2.5 weeks when I had completed the program, I just started applying like crazy. You guys got to understand, I had 1 month left in my workers' comp. And after that, it was like I wasn't going to get any more paychecks. I was 26 years old and living at home. I living with my girlfriend, and my girlfriend is living in the bedroom with me that I grew up in. Right? How ghetto is that? It was terrible. So you guys see that $20 an hour, and you're like, oh, that is, that's nothing. To me, that was huge, right? Because at FedEx, I was making $135 a day, and that $20 an hour. When I was interviewing for the position, they told me it was going to be $15 an hour, and I was honestly okay with that. I wanted to get a position that was getting paid more, but I was just wanting to get my foot in the door. So you're going to pay me $15 to work at Disney, and I'm going to get to put this on my resume, IT experience, like. And so when the recruiter finally hired me and he told me it was $20, with the offer letter, I was, come on, guys, like, we're not going to sit there and be ungrateful. I'm going off of an injury. I was making like 33,000 a year, 32K a year. That's what I was clearing here now. And this job right here, making $20 an hour, is going to be clearing about 42,000 a year. So it's like a $10,000 raise for me. And I was getting my foot in the door at Disney. It says RTech, but I'll put on the screen. You guys can see pictures of my ID at Disney, as well as pictures of me at Disney. It was an amazing position. I had backstage access to all 4 parks, and I would be at a different park every single day. Essentially what I would do was just do laps around the park, checking the merchandise, checking the rides. Essentially at merchandise, I would check the cash register people, make sure that their POS was working. They were using a specific software, it was like Galaxy. I forgot the exact software. It was a year and a half ago. So using, then I would go to the rides, make sure that the Wi-Fi was working around the rides, because guests are trying to use all the Disney apps and the Genie Plus, making sure Genie Plus is working, making sure the Disney app was working. Wi-Fi points were good, like I said. I would just going anywhere. Anytime someone will bump, I would go to duty manager meetings, and I would, introduce myself, let everybody know I'm in the park for the day, speak with anybody that needed text things, if they needed extra. It was really anything, because Disney is such a big park that they didn't really have anybody. They have so much bureaucracy, and there's so many people that are assigned for different jobs, that I would kind of just come in to the park every single day. They're paying me $20 an hour, and I'm kind of just sweeping the floor and able to help anything. If there's issues with touch points, it was crazy, guys. Point is I just had a bunch of free time too. Like, I had certain things and obligations that I had to check, but I'm there for 8.5 hours in a freaking theme park, right? And I am dressed as a leader. So when I walk by other cast members, I had my name tag, but they thought I was manager, right? And then eventually they would speak, and I'm like, yeah, I'm with IT. And, I got a little bit more respect than, and then eventually they would find out, oh, you're a contractor. And I'm like, yeah, I'm on a contract. And eventually I got out of that contract, or I left that position after 10 months in pursuit of the position I'm in right now. Blessed, right? But you guys, when I'm making this $13.58, I'm making more than I was at FedEx. And I had gotten in this job literally from studying to the job in 1 month and a half of a week, right? So it was about 4 weeks of transitioning into IT. And when I started telling people about it, people wanted to know how they could do it too. And then that's why I started making my TikTok and my YouTube, because other people wanted to know how to do this. And then I found out, wow, when people started telling me that I was lying, and people started telling me that, I didn't really do this in a month, and I don't really have this job, that I'm a scammer and stuff like that. It made me start thinking like, wow, maybe my story was, I was kind of lucky, but at the same time, I was really putting in a lot of work. And I think if you can just mimic my grind and just do what I did, you guys have an amazing chance too. There's so many testimonials on Course Careers, and that's the only reason I did it. I thought this was a scam, right? So I'm looking in on all the reviews and I'm reading the testimonials. And then my friend literally did an interview with the course creator, and I had 20K views on YouTube. And the dude that created the course just seemed so like smart, chill. At the same time, like he didn't seem too technical, too overbearing. So I decided to buy the course. If you guys want me to be 100% honest, I was pretty down bad when in that last month of workers' comp, right? And I was trying to still pay my car payment. So my girlfriend loaned me the money. It was $450 to take the course. And then eventually when I passed it, she didn't make me pay her back. I'm gonna marry her one day, but that's just how blessed I was. I didn't even have the money to take it at the time, but she believed in me. I took it, and I was able to complete it, get a job at Disney. Now I'm working. I work for Kaseya now. I can say the company name that I work for, but I'm just not can't disclose exactly how much money I make. But yeah, guys, it's been a super great journey. In this last year and a half, I think it's important that you guys have someone that you guys could follow, that's relatable, that's kind of like almost like an older sibling, a grade ahead of you, that's just a little bit farther ahead of you, that can kind of give you the cheat codes. You guys can see, I'm super transparent when it comes to, how much I'm making, how much I was making right here. You're not going to like get into this field and like be making, 100,000 right away. But I think this is a good, like, this is realistic, right? You can get in here, start making 40K, start making 40 to 60K in your first job. After a couple of years, you'll be making 80, 90K, great benefits. The job I have right now has insane benefits. This was a contract, so you guys can see like the withholdings and stuff. Like I didn't even have things taken out just because I didn't have no benefits, like employer paid benefits. Like you guys can see, like I didn't have any benefits. It's a contract job, right? Position I have now, like they pay like $60 into my HSA every check. I have like free healthcare, right? I'm in the free plan, but it's just insane. Like I'm very blessed, right? And I'm looking forward to, continually increasing if I go into different positions and stuff, go into a different company. But I just am blessed that I was able to take a course in 1 month, get a Disney contract job, and now I'm on my second IT job. It's possible for you guys too. I've got videos explaining the whole entire shebang. But I just wanted to come on here, let you guys know that, this is $20 an hour. Oh my God. Well, hey man, it's $20 an hour at the very, very bottom with absolutely no IT experience. I've got no degree. Guys, come on. I was a freaking injured man. My light cut out on me, guys. I hope this still looks similar to the last video, but hey, the more learning, the more earning. You guys have a good one. Peace out. Again.